do it into single plots. And if it's the summertime, maybe do a weave. Always change my style depending where my head is at. Sometimes I wear my V-neck.
Hello, welcome to Two Madwins Podcast episode 6. Wow, today we are talking about some interesting topic concerning guys. It's all guys affair today. We are talking about what the modern day Ghanaian man wants in a woman. And I have some special friends here. I have Joseph, I have Andrew, I have Ransford here. So yeah, Joe, what's up?
Nothing much. What about you?
I'm cool. Andrew, what's up?
I did.
It's been years.
Yeah.
Like 10 years. So Ransford, my first time seeing Ransford. Yeah. So Andrew, who's Andrew? Like some short one, me.
Andrew, first of all, I believe in purpose, doing ministry for now, happily married.
Experience.
It just adds up to a little of what I've become now. But
yeah, true.
How many years?
Basically, we are barely a year. Just around. So, see, you guys will join in. You see how beautiful it is. So
yeah, true.
I'm just waiting for you. Yeah.
Thanks for coming too.
Welcome.
So Joseph, who is Joseph? I know you.
Hey, sir.
We know
Okay, I'm JYF, and then writer, and then a poet, and then entrepreneur.
Yeah, JY. And Ransford.
Ransford, basically, I think if you check my Facebook wall, I say I am a river.
Hey,
yes. And when we say, rivers, they start from upstream, downstream, and then whatever way that it takes, they go straight into the sea.
Yes.
That means that they know their destination.
And their rivers run deep.
Yes. So, anything I know my destination.
I see.
Okay. So let me say that.
Yeah, so welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming too. So today, what the modern day Ghanaian man wants in a woman? Yeah, it's an interesting topic. So let's start with the married man, Andrew. So how important is companionship to a man?
Well, I think companionship is important as breath is important to everybody. One thing I've realized is that when you are alone as a person with your thoughts, with your mindset, you don't stretch much. For instance, when you take a rubber band is used for when you stretch it. Mm-hmm. When you stretch it, you can tie, you can do many other things with it. But if it's just lying down there, not being used, you don't see the usefulness. That is how important companionship is.
But can they?
Yes, I mean, everything has a limit. But there are some bands that have been wired purposely for something, no matter how you stretch it. In other words, companionship is what, number one, help us build virtues. When I say virtues, I'm talking about character. I'm talking about attitude. When you relate with other people, you get to understand how they think, how they behave. Not only for you, but how you can also develop yourself to meet them halfway. So I believe that if society has to evolve, men especially, companionship is very, very, very important. There are things now I've learned, I didn't get them when I was single. Looking at my wife and some of the things she's also bringing to the table, it has stretched me, made me understand some few things. And then secondly, companionship, increases capacity to do something. Because obviously, if you've learned discipline from relating with other people, it's the same discipline you carry out in doing all the other jobs you're supposed to do. It's the same discipline required at the workplace in what we are even doing now.
Yeah.
But that virtue, you can better learn it when you are relating with other people.
Okay.
So I see companionship as important as breath.
So it's not only in relationship alone.
No.
Companionship in general.
Yes, relating with other people in general. As we know, no man is an island.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
So Joseph, what about you?
So to me,
importance of companionship.
Basically, it's about try to let's say fine tune maybe your whole ideas. Maybe getting maybe someone who's going to like make you feel whole, complete, and then kind of changes the way you are and then you talk to people. So then it really makes you like kind of see like things from kind of like a two-way right. So let's say from your way and then from what someone else would think if it was you. So then it makes you really, really kind of have like a very broad image about the world.
Okay.
Basically, yes.
Ransford.
I think companionship, we shouldn't limit it to maybe a man and his girlfriend. It can be a friend. It can be anyone that you talk to, and it's very, very important because it's good to know that when you are going through some circumstances in life or some situations, you have someone to talk to, someone to just pick up the phone, call, or someone that you say, "Oh, Charlie, can I meet you here?" The person is there for you to talk to, share your problems with. You get to know what the person has for you. Okay, so in general, companionship is very, very important. It is very, very important, and they contribute to a man's happiness. I think so.
Yeah. And I also think that God, in His wisdom, after creation of Adam, felt, okay, Adam needed a companion, and that was Eve.
Right.
So God showed us the way that we really need somebody around. We can't live on our own. We are not island. So I think companionship is very important.
Sure.
Very important. So my next question, Ransford.
Yeah.
Who's a modern day Ghanaian man?
Haha. That thing. You see, there's something that I did. Two people were like, they are not modern day Ghanaian man. I don't know their reasons. And then 19 of them were like, they are modern day Ghanaian. But first of all, who is a modern day man? Let's put the Ghanaian aside.
Okay.
I read this post on the Good Men Project, and they are saying that it is presumptuous to define a modern day person. Because it is left to the individual to define himself.
Yes.
It's left to the individual to define himself. But they give some general assumptions of who a modern day person should be. And I think these are also very, very important. And then let me give you just 5 of them.
Okay.
It says that the modern day man has a survivalist instinct. Okay. So he copes with situations. And then the second says he is self-sustainable. The third one says has integrity. That is the fourth one, says goal-driven. And then goal-driven, yeah, someone who is goal-driven. And then let's say the fifth one says that he allows himself to be vulnerable.
And then let's say per your definition, like, right, I kind of maybe MCS agree with you who said like if there's no modern day man because it's too general and it's too, because basically like let's see those who are in the Stone Age behave that way, 1980s. So now like it seems like every age is modern. Right?
So let's
yes.
So let us own term.
I think it's defined by.
No, let's get argument to a modern day Ghanaian.
A modern day Ghanaian
man.
Like, let's say what 21st century modern day
Ghanaian man. We have evolved as a Ghanaian people. We have evolved. So we are focusing on the guys. A modern day Ghanaian man, and we have evolved.
Exactly.
Basically, when I was setting the question, I felt this way. So comparing ourselves to our fathers, we have evolved so much with advent of technology and knowledge. Okay, we are exposed more than our fathers then. Okay, so we have evolved. And for me, I think the modern day Ghanaian man is somebody who's on learning so many things and also learning.
See, so him will be very dangerous.
Yes.
Wow.
It's very dangerous.
I think it may not be as dangerous as he's saying it. He has a point. Now, a man is, a created being with a vision to fulfill. There is something to be done. That is who a man is. Now, Ghanaian and modern is bringing us into perspective. Means that in this era what contributes, what can you add, or what are the available tools that can help you fulfill this vision? And the Stone Age man had a vision to fulfill. Looking at all the civilizations that we've had. So I would say that a modern day Ghanaian man now should be somebody who has identified what he's supposed to do, and then what resources are available for him to use. Either human resource, either intellectual resource, whatever resources that are available for him to fulfill that particular thing. But we should also know that it should be in context of truth, integrity. That is when the characters you were talking about comes in. Because for instance, people just go for motivational speaking.
Yes, which I don't like. Go.
it has.
I really go what's that?
See, it has.
It's too fake.
Well, I wouldn't say it's too fake. What you say motivation?
They won't tell you the exact thing.
Motivation is simply an external energy to pursue something.
The best
so
it's yourself.
That also counts. But you see, for instance, if you are talking to an armed robber or somebody who is doing something very like a fraudster, and you're saying be at it, be your best. He's being his best as an armed robber. He's being his best as in the fraudulent activity that is carried about you. So that is a negative motivation. So I think that to bring it into perspective, looking at justice, integrity, fairness, truth, that a modern day Ghanaian man as one who knows what he wants to do, and then how best he can harness this resource. That's why he talked about companionship, how he can relate with other people into bringing that to pass, like what we are doing right now.
Is an introvert, a modern day man, Ghanaian man.
Every temperament is a modern day person, but how does the introvert with his temperament, harness the resources around him?
It comes back to being presumptuous in the definition.
Yes,
you can't really define a modern day Ghanaian.
It's relative.
Right? Yes,
yes. You can't define. There's another lining factor,
yes, let's define,
which is
define the first place.
Something to be done.
Yes, let's define. Okay, let's see. What's really defined is basically right to set boundaries to things. So basically right. If you define, maybe you simply take out maybe some aspects and then that's what limits your view about something.
So the modern will be in quote unquote. So it's be relative.
Okay. Yes,
it's relative. We don't have a definite.
Yeah, once you define something,
yes, you don't have a definite.
Do you get it right?
That is what I'm saying.
Once you define some boundaries out. This can be a bit.
Yes, I get what you're saying, but you see, if this concept of relativity has also really brought a lot of things. For instance, now we are not bold enough to say this is wrong, this is bad. If you say, what is relative? One time I was in a public transport going somewhere, and then the driver had really increased the volume of I don't remember. I think it was a song, but it was really loud. You can't even make a phone call.
I guess so.
It was really loud. We can't even make a phone call. And then one of the passengers said, "Driver, please reduce what you're doing." He said, "Noise is relative. What is noise to you is not." But you see, there is an underlying factor that we cannot compromise. Yeah. So if you see modern Ghanaian man, like Kojo was saying, looking at the era of our fathers and how they handled our mothers, most of them were confined to the kitchen. I'm not saying be in the kitchen.
Okay, let's say the way.
So a modern day Ghanaian man looks at what his predecessors have done, and then brings it into perspective into the world we are in now.
True.
In terms of development.
So that means that you can say he's the man who lives the moment.
That is what I can say.
Exactly. So let's move to the next question. Let's move to the next question. Joe.
Yes.
What are the 3 traits you look out for in a woman when you want a long-term relationship? Your first 3 traits.
Intelligence. If not intelligence, trust me.
What is intelligence? What is intelligence to you?
Someone let's say who would threaten let's say I don't like maybe someone who A is okay, fine. If A is A, fine. But I was maybe if it's A, why is it A?
Yes, why?
Okay.
Basically, I want a girl who question my kind of thought process. Yes, I don't want a girl who say maybe let me see if it's A or then it's A. I don't like such girls.
You want challenges. A woman will challenge you to think.
Yes.
And the second one.
So then I would say a lady who is outspoken. I don't want ladies who fanyame. Trust me, I don't want such ladies.
Okay. Then the last one.
I want a girl who is highly educated.
Education can be relative to education, formal education,
above technical university.
That's interesting.
So we don't know when to just graduate.
No.
I see.
That's interesting. Why that? Why should they limit a woman to technical education? Because we can have good women too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
a preference. Okay. So Ransford, 3 traits you're looking for a woman. You want to date her for a long.
Yes, I think when you ask this question, I sat down very well and then looked at certain things. But for me, first, I look out for civility. Yes, someone who goes with the social norms, things that are supposed to be done. Not that things that he thinks he's supposed, she thinks she's supposed to do. You see, civility makes us conform with society. Yes, you know that this is supposed to be done, you do it. And then with civility too, it's like someone who is not so loud. Okay. I don't like people who are loud.
Hey, how do you define loud?
I like you loud.
How do you define loud?
Loud. You see, loud people or loud ladies are difficult to control. Okay, they are very, very. No, they are very difficult to control. Is that the Bible says a nagging wife is you are the pastor.
It's better to sleep on the roof.
Yes.
With a nagging
So I think I like civility. People who are civilized, girls who are ladies who are civilized. And the next trait I look out for is the ability to teach and then learn. Okay, I think it goes with the intelligence that you are talking about. When you have someone who is ready to tell you what you're supposed to do, and then when you also tell the person that this is how it is, the person is also ready to accept whatever that you are supposed to, whatever you are telling her. And the last thing I think I look out for, economic and financial standing, or the potential to have that. Okay,
good point.
The potential to have that. So it can be.
Your wife should be very rich.
Yes, not very rich. I'm not saying that my wife should be very rich, but you should show the potential of becoming economic and financially stable.
I see.
So it can be that maybe you are in school, you are now learning. So from my interactions with you, I look at I listen to maybe things that you want to do in life.
Okay.
Then I will know that.
Yeah,
no, I will listen to you. I will listen to easy. You can appear like that, but you can't think like that. Yes. You can appear like that, but your thoughts will be different. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying.
That as in with time, actions will prove whether what you are saying is exactly what it is.
That's with time.
Yes, with time. Okay. So from my interactions with you, I'll see that no, this lady is nearing somewhere or has an ambition going somewhere. Then I will know that you have the potential to. That is me. The three things that I look out for. Aside this, I don't think
I love that.
I'll look out for.
What about you, Andrew?
Well, I'm married now. I mean, I don't seek to intimidate you with my married. I'm married. That is the state I find myself in.
Yeah, true.
I mean, the first thing I'm looking at is purpose. When I say purpose, like you're saying, I mean, intelligence is good, and with all that your civility is excellent. A lot of this is, but you see, not every intelligent person believes in what I want to do, and believes in where I'm going. You know, intelligence supports what intelligence is geared towards the person's interest. So that is the first thing I'm looking at. I'm into the work of the ministry. I have many other things that I want to do. It will shock you that not every woman. I mean, when I was actually growing up dating, there was one particular lady some time back. I had not even proposed to her or anything. She just told me that, look, if you want to go to the ministry or you want to do the work of God, come me out. You understand? I mean, but this was a very intelligent person, not loud like you're saying and all the other thing. But she definitely doesn't see where I'm going. It doesn't mean that the only thing I want to do in life is just to be a man of God, which is the underlying factor. I don't regret. If that is the only thing that I have to be, that's fine. But purpose should come, not only on my side, but also on the side of the lady. Yes, because I should also see where she's going, what she wants to do, and how I can join in the train, how I can support. If it's something that is not going to help me, there is no way I'm going to push for it.
Yes.
That is what I'm trying to say. Exactly. The next thing I'm looking up as compatibility. Here I'm talking about belief system. I mean, and mindset. I mean, how they react to things, what they believe. I mean, looking at faith. You know, it's very, very important for me, and exactly the vocation that I've chosen. If you're not somebody who don't believe in the God I believe, you don't believe in the family system I'm coming from, I mean, that is not going to help me, and it's not going to help you at the long run, because it's not just me. I'm also considering the person that is coming my way. You understand? And then the last thing I'm going to look at is health, and then physical considerations. Very, very important. You know, it's one thing that I used to talk about, I mean, before I got married. I mean, I used to say it doesn't really matter how the person is, how the person looks. You know, it's true. But you should make sure that what you are looking at, appeases to your eyes. It pleases you. Situations in life can bring a whole lot of things where people, God forbid, can go through an accident, a deformity, or whatever. But it is a journey that you are starting. Make sure that the tank is full. When it's full that way, love is already filled up. Even if situations come afterwards, there's no way it's going to affect what you've already begun. So looking at my wife, she's somebody I like. She's somebody that is sound in terms of health. You know, because if you take, I mean, somebody who was going through psychological problems, if you can, and out of love you can stay with the person, that is beautiful. But if you feel that right from onset is going to pose a problem to where you want to go and what you want to do, don't just force it in the name of love.
Wow, yes. I love that. For me,
likewise.
For me, my first trait I look out in a woman back then, before I had my broken heart, was big ass. Yeah, big buttocks. When I see the buttocks, it gets, I'll be honest.
The way you are.
So I used to like big women with big buttocks, and I feel like, yeah, this is it. You know, but after my broken heart, I changed my mind. So right now,
that lady who broke your heart, was she having a big?
Oh, it was really big. So yeah, really? I've changed my mind now. I've changed my mind on it. So right now, if what I look out in a woman, you should be intelligent, as you all said, intelligent, because you affect me directly. You are my immediate person I look to. So you're intelligent, automatically affects me.
Yes.
Okay, but you can also, I'm notwithstanding that I can be an average person and I'll love you and I can still help you also to become intelligent. Because intelligent, you can buy intelligence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you can buy what?
Intelligence. Yeah.
Learning.
Okay. And learning, education, exposure. And second one too is purpose. You should have your own purpose. I don't want a woman who comes and feel like I'm going to help Kojo build this thing. Build your thing too. So let's build ourselves. Yeah. So you're building your dream, I'm building mine. But don't come and join me building my own alone.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, you feel like, oh, so we dated. If the relationship didn't end into marriage, you don't lose. You also build something along the way too. So you should also come with your dreams too. And lastly, it should be fun. It should be fun. Life and life serious. If I'm too serious, you lose it. So it should be fun. Just
the happiest man in
just have humor. Yeah, happiest man. Just have humor too, and you flow. So let's go to the next question. When does a man feel he's emotionally and mentally ready to have a companion? When does a man feel he's emotionally and mentally ready for a companion? Joseph.
So then in this companion, is it
your relationship, your wife or your girlfriend?
Okay. I would say when he is mentally stable, because right, if you're not stable mentally, going to date someone would be a very big mistake. So then, when you are like emotionally stable, you can maybe go into let's say a relationship.
Okay. Explain that, because how would you even know you're mentally stable?
Seriously, yeah. If
you take it just around,
you know.
You know.
Yes, if
you take it to Pantan Hospital.
Well, I think there are some indicators that can help us, just for, as many people who are listening to us. For instance, let's look at the issue of, let's say, responding to anger. Now, if you're somebody whose response to, anger is normally based on how the other people keep provoking you to anger, then there is a little problem. In the sense that if the person knows that is how you react, means that some women actually find joy in provoking you, and then the more you get provoked, you are screaming, you're shouting. You're just saying it as wow.
It's nice.
Yes,
it's
true. Look at the way
it's true. It's true.
They are seeing the admiration aspect.
It's true. I've seen some before.
Aspect of it, not actually what you.
And that's like
to you.
That's like ultra as in violence.
Oh well, not. Resulting.
Ultra violence like love. It's like loving the violence.
No, that is quite different. It's different from ladies who have been abused, going through violence, and then they are
loving it.
Yes, they love people who are violent. But this one, they look at you as doing something different
from the usual
you.
So you are usually gentle.
So that is the admiration part. Not actually because they are happy with you ranting and raving, but for the mere fact that they are seeing something different. Somebody different they've been with.
True.
Yes. So when you see some of these indicators, somebody who with the slightest inadequacies, if it's lacking something small, the person becomes so unstable. If he doesn't have money, everybody else becomes an enemy. If the friends of the person are not supporting as much as they're supposed to, blaming everybody, when all these indicators come in, then it means that there is more room for improvement for you, the gentleman, to work on. So if you're able to master some of these emotions and then be mentally stable, when we say mentally stable, we are talking about decision making, being able to identify a good pursuit, a good vision, and then sticking to it, consistency, like what our dear friend is doing. I mean, is being with this for a long period of time now. Is becoming mentally stable, not only in the job he's doing, because virtues that you build don't only relate with one particular thing.
Yes,
it ends up affecting all the other things. Discipline is discipline.
Yes.
Hard work is hard work. Hard work towards your family is hard work in the workplace. I mean, that virtue is not compromised. So I feel that first of all, you should be able to have mastery over you can't have total mastery over everything. Yeah, there are sometimes you flare up, you blow up, but if you can be more stable, more independent, then I feel you are ready
for companionship.
Yes, for companionship with another person.
Wow.
Yes.
Ransford.
You see, when you are ready to take a companion, it's like you are dividing yourself into half. Yes, so you give away the other half and then take the half of the person who is coming, so that you the two of you will become a complete whole. So in doing that, you should be ready to let certain things go and then let certain things come in. And that is when I say that you should be ready to learn, unlearn, and then relearn. Because you will now be taking advice from the other person, taking suggestions, and then all these things. So you should be ready. That is, I think that is a mental
part.
The mental part. And also you should be ready to accept and take responsibility. Because everything that happens, there are consequences. Yes, there are consequences. So you should be ready, and you should be ready to accept and take the responsibility. And another thing too, I don't know whether it's subjective, but I think it's very, very important. Your money issues. Yes, it's very, very important. Because some people will say that although they are saying but it's very, very important. Although it's because, like, for instance, let's say
that's why I love you crowning credit on to me.
You understand. So let's say for instance, your wife, or maybe let's say as we are starting, maybe your girlfriend comes to visit, okay, and you can't say that you'll be inside the room 24/7. No, it can never happen. Sometimes maybe you have to. Even work, at least you buy water.
Yes.
You go to be cry. It's normal. So if you don't have that money, you're supposed to make sure that you have that financial how do I even say?
Stability.
Yeah, financial stability. Okay.
Not only in terms of physical cash, but like you said, man, when you see somebody with potential to make money, somebody who has a vision, has money enough.
But you see, when you are entering a relationship and then you don't have money, thinking that don't go, you just wait. Okay. Yes. You just wait a year now because you in fact, like Emma will be buying home and question. Yes, you understand.
You see, sometimes I think
in future you'll be rich too.
Well, it all be. That's what I'm saying. That I mean, when we're talking about the things you should look out for, we're talking about compatibility. Yes. Now, for instance, sometimes we quite have a skewed mindset when it comes to dating. I mean, we, like you're saying, if you don't have money, wait and all that. That is when you want to get married. When you want to enter into marriage with a person. But if it's a walk, dating, studying each other, praying for each other, helping, discovering, and all of that, I don't think money should be
a problem.
A driving reason. I mean, the reason why I'm saying is that a lot of us, people in the tertiary, people in the even secondary, now let's bring it down, because gone are those days when we think that, I mean, people date when they are only in the university. Now even JSS, I mean, I had my first girlfriend when I was in JSS. I didn't understand a lot of things about relationship there, but even as at them, I remember I told her that I want to marry you.
Congrats.
Okay.
Yes. I didn't marry her. You know, yes. But what I'm trying to say is that now they have parents, they have other things that are supposed to meet that kind of need. Recently, I was on Legon campus. We have a meeting that we do every week, Sound Life every week, and then during the Valentine, the 14th, we are supposed to meet, and afterwards, when we closed, there was this guy that I saw in an Uber, and then the lady came out entering one of the halls, I think Volta Hall, with big size of pizza in the lady's hands. But can you imagine that the lady was holding the pizza and laughing? I saw the guy in the Uber, and he had frowned seriously. He had frowned seriously. So you could see that probably
But
what he had spent, what he had spent on the lady, if they had just taken a bottle of Coke or something that they could
So if the money is not there, why do you have to do
what
it?
I'm trying to say is that so you see, so what I'm
Cooking, right? Yeah, Moonpig is much more expensive for and can biscuit.
Someone said that the economy is not difficult. It depends on where you eat. So what I'm trying to say is that we try and then take responsibilities that are meant for marriage. We carry those responsibilities into relationships, and it becomes like a burden. Now the person wants to go to school. The person has to pay the fees. If you can, fine, but it is not totally your responsibility. So you see, when we say money now, it's more or less like you are looking at the person like, I have to take care of you. And that is not exactly so.
Let me chip in.
Okay, before we continue. Okay, so this is a part 1 of our show. Okay, so this is a part 1. So definitely the following week or 2 we'll release the second part 2. Okay. Thank you everybody for listening. We had Joseph, Andrew, and Ransford. Okay, thank you for listening. Next time we bring you the part 2 of it.
See you following submission. I know you're wishing that you could let your head down and mirror my admission. So why you worrying about being the outcast? Don't you know to be yourself and never ask permission? My shorts accentuate my bumper. I hear the girls whisper whenever I walk past.